Hi, Isuda approach here. At this time, I'm going to share tips on how to write phrase lesson plan. Others may find writing easy. For some, it may be not. With the last out, first in principle, we will make it easy and enjoyable. We may have different orientations in writing lesson plan. However, in general, lesson plan has 5 parts. Most of us write the objectives first. Next is the subject matter. We may have different instructional model adopted. In the procedure, it could be 5 E's and or 4 A's. Obviously, we will end our class with a quiz and assignment. In this presentation, we will adopt the 4 A's for activity, analysis, abstraction, and application. For beginners, I suggest not to write the activity first. Better start with abstraction. Why abstraction? Working first with abstraction, it gives you time to reflect what your lesson is all about. Give you more time to plan how you are going to process it. For beginners, this will give you enough time to be clarified what you are going to teach. If you are teaching literature and your topic is about short stories, a strategic teacher would find graphic organizer to give a big picture on his or her lesson. If you are to teach the 5 elements of short stories, a story tree graphic organizer is helpful. The 5 elements of short stories are settings, characters, conflict, plot, and theme. This time, you can start working with the first A of the 4 A's, the activity. In a constructivist classroom, students' rapport is highlighted. Looking to the story tree, you have now the idea to divide your class into 5 groups. For your activity, you can assign the settings to group 1, characters to group 2, the conflict to group 3, the plot to group 4, and theme to group 5. You can write the first draft of your activities and revise it later. Looking to your activity, this gives you hint. How will you process the next the analysis? Since you let students to work with the task, it is fair to give them time to present their outputs. In your lesson plan, illustrate the possible answer they may have after the presentation. Write possible questions that you may raise or your observation. With the newly introduced skills in analyzing short stories, it is appropriate to test the newly acquired skills. You can give them another short story and a story tree template for them to work by pair or by group. To recap, among the 4 A's, work with the abstraction first. Next, your activity, then the analysis. Having the idea, you are now guided what to apply in the application. It does not mean that since you do it first, you will write it first too. There are instances where you do it last, but you need to work it first. In abstraction, do not just ask, so, what is our lesson today? Show your teaching skills. Show them how you connect the parts into whole. Lastly, in writing your quiz, in the assessment, try to connect it with your objectives. Are you ready now to write a 4 A's lesson plan? Thank you for watching.